Have I been watching? Do. So, remember on the last video I said I'm probably going to forget some movie I watched? I did. I forgot I watched Clueless, which is probably not a good sign in the movie. It's a very 90s cheesy movie. It's fun, but I don't know. People overhype this movie. It's fun. Cool. I like the steelbook a lot. The steelbook's absolutely pretty, though. Beautiful looking steelbook. Fun movie. That's all I have to say about it. Alright, let's talk about the movies I watched. The first one I watched here was Hellboy 2. Hellboy 2 I thought was way better than the first movie. Because the first movie, you got those cool side characters that built the universe and kind of set everything up. But I felt like this dived into what I love about the comics and just kind of the weird monsters that he fights and just cool stuff like that. And I think that was way more prevalent in this movie, and I absolutely enjoyed this movie. It looked really beautiful in 4K, so that's cool. And then I watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I haven't seen this in quite a while. It's a crazy movie, and it's so funny. It's so smart. It's creative. It's fluid. Incredibly well edited. All of Edgar Wright's films are incredibly well edited and well directed films. It was super funny. The effects were crazy, weird. It's such a strange movie, but it works so well and it's so good. Absolutely love Scott Pilgrim. And then I watched Godzilla 98. I, as a Godzilla fan, I liked it. Alright, here's the thing. Roland Emmerich. That's how you say his name. Hopefully I said it right. He directed Godzilla, and he's the director of Independence Day. Most recently directed Midway, which I do actually have on 4K. I need to watch that again. I've seen that 3 times. I actually saw that movie 3 times in the theater. I don't know why. But people hate this movie because it's not Godzilla, and they have a right to. But in '98, what did you expect from this movie? It'd be like the Japanese Godzilla? No. I think the Toho people definitely did. There's a story where they showed them the design of this Godzilla, and they showed them that Godzilla, and the people at Toho looked at it. They saw the design, and they're like they just were in shock, and they're like, so what do you think? Because they were going to approve the design, and the people were just in shock. They said, all right, we'll come back tomorrow. They came back the next day, and they just sat there in disbelief because they didn't really know what to say. So they just knew that they had to approve this design no matter what, because this American version was going to be so different from anything Japanese that they couldn't really just say no, because this is what they did. And because if they said no to this design, they'd be saying no to a lot of designs, because they're going to make a different Godzilla, and they respected that. And I think that's what we need to do. I'm not here defending this movie saying it's a great movie or anything. It's a bad film. I agree with that. I think it's overhated. I think, yes, the dialogue and the characters are really bad. But, they're not bad in the same way Independence Day is bad. Because I can say the same things about Independence Day, but there's charisma and charm to the fun, dumb explosion movie. And as that, it's fine. I don't get why it's so overhated. It looks fine in 4K. I think people need to give my Godzilla a little bit less harsh criticism, because yes, not a good film, still a bad movie, but like, it's still fun. I don't know. Kung Fu Panda. I do need to watch the entire trilogy, but I watched Kung Fu Panda, which I haven't seen in like almost 10 years. It's crazy. It was great. Yeah, it's great. Like, that's what you have to say about Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda 2 is the one I'm really excited to revisit again. And then I'll watch 3, even though I don't really like 3 that much. And then the last thing I watched here, Down in Fraggle Rock. This show actually looks really good in Blu-ray quality. Of course it would, but I was just surprised how good it looked, though. It was really, really impressive. Of course, I only watched like 7 episodes, because on the first disc there's only 7. And there's about 12 different discs of episodes. Yeah, that's a lot. Of course, most of the series is live action, puppets and things like that. But the last bit of the show, well, I don't want to say last bit, but there was also an animated series of Fraggle Rock that aired throughout the 90s and stuff. And that's here too. So, you revisit the animated stuff and you get everything. And this runs about $30-$40. And like, look at what you get here. You get this little thing, which this is kind of like, you can go on like some social media, take a picture of where you're traveling and be like, #traveling map. Or you could just use it as a bookmark. Either or. But, you get some of the cool art, and then of course the discs are like a little difficult to pull out, but when you get so much of this type of stuff, look at that, and you get so much production information, things to know about Gobo, and you learn about the each character, their puppeteers, stuff like that. Red, Boober, Uncle Traveling Matt, Toozers, Doc and Sprocket, the Gorgs, you get so much here, and it just, so much stuff, so much cool stuff here. Then you get an episode guide, tons of bonus features, tons of extra, tons of episodes, all together on Blu-ray, which this has never happened. And, if you bought all the seasons separately on DVD, they'd be about $40 each. Right? But instead, you get them all in this nice package, so the box set of one season being the size. And you get everything put together all nice in this cool book kind of thing here. So good. Collector's edition. If you love Fraggle Rock, I definitely recommend that. I wish they actually got to making that movie that they were planning to make. I think if they made a movie where Uncle Traveling Matt got captured and Gobo and his friends had to leave Fraggle Rock to go save him or something, that could be fantastic. That's a pitch for a Fraggle Rock movie. I don't know why that they've tried to make a Fraggle Rock movie for so long and just haven't. We should just get one by now. It's popular enough that it would do well. Maybe like more so on like Netflix or something. But give me a Fraggle Rock movie. 'Cause down a Fraggle Rock. Boom. I don't know.